Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with an FGO video. I will be talking about the Fate Grand Order 7th anniversary, NA 7th anniversary GSSR, the characters that are there in the banners and which character I will go for, all the stuff, like related to the lucky banner, lucky bag banner, and do a little discussion of it. I usually do these type of videos just like one or maybe like a few days ago, before the said banner drops. For example, in the New Year's GSSR, I've done videos like this before, so I'm going to do something like that. It's just a discussion video, and yeah, I'll just talk about the different banners and which characters look good and which banner I will particularly go for. So this year's anniversary is a bit of an interesting one because the GSSR banner. Okay, so before I talk about it, obviously you can see the screen here. I've gone to the Fate Grand Order fandom page. There as you can see, here we have all the information about everything. Okay, before I start talking about it, like I said, this year's anniversary is a bit of an interesting one because it has quite a good amount of divisions. As you can see, there are like 20 divisions, I think. God damn, that's a lot. And it's like very well divided into certain groups of characters that you might would like to go for. And I really like this because it gives a lot of more, I guess you could say, choices for people. So yeah, I'm very excited for this. So let's talk about this. This might become a big video. I don't know. I'm going to talk about all the banners. So before I start talking about all the banners, I'm going to tell you guys which banners are in my radar, like which banners I would probably go for. So there's two of them that are like on my radar. It was three before, but I've decided to whittle down it to two because of a certain reason. I'll talk about it. So the first banner that I'm keeping an eye on is this one, the Archer banner. Now, the reason why I'm keeping an eye on this banner is because number one, the three characters I don't have. And if you know, I have multiple times tried to get Super Orion. I wasn't able to get him. Perfect opportunity to actually get him. And even if I don't get him, the other two characters are really good and I really like them as well. So I'll be winning either way. There's no way to lose in this. Yeah, I'd be losing on the 4-star, banner, the 4-star choice, because I have every single character except Ashwathaman. If I get Ashwathaman, that's actually very good. I'd be over the moon. But I doubt that is going to happen. There's so many other characters here. I doubt I'll get him particularly. So yeah, but in the 5-star, the thing, all the three of them, I'm happy if I get either of them. There's no other character here that I have, no chance of getting like a duplicate or whatever, So yeah, this is the first one that I have my eyes on. The second one that I have my eyes on is this banner, this Rider banner, the Rider 2 banner. Again, the reasoning behind this is, number one, I have none of these characters again, and there's two really good characters here, I think. Simai, obviously, and Da Vinci, Rider. I don't know about Bakin. I'm not really sure. The event still hasn't started, so I'm not really sure how good she is. Konstantinos, as much as I've heard, he's he's a okayish character, isn't he? Let me know, correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't really heard much people talking about him. If he was really very good, I'm sure I would have heard a lot of people talking about him, but I barely even hear anything. So that's my reason of saying maybe he's not. I don't have him. I've used him in an NPC form a few times, but I feel like he's kind of very basic. So so there's a 50-50 chance of me winning here. I win if I get either Simai or Da Vinci, and the other two is, yeah. But the good thing is I have neither of these characters. Again, no duplicates, so I will be winning either way. Even if it's these two, they will be new characters, which is nice. Again, I'll be taking a loss in the 4-star category because I have every single character here, every single one of them I have. So yeah, but in the 5-star, category, I feel like this is again another win situation, at least for me. So yeah, this is the second banner that I have my eyes on. There was another banner that I had my eyes on, but I decided to actually not go for it, which was, where is it? This one. The only reason I had my eyes on this banner is Oberon. But the problem is, I have Koyanskaya of Dark, I have Bazette. These are the only two characters I have, and I'm not particularly keen on getting these three. I have no interest in these three. You know, like Ashia Doman, be it Jax de Molay or Super Bunyan. No, not particular any. Yeah. And these two, since I already have, I would hate it if I get them again. And then there's Oberon. I doubt I'll get Oberon here. There's basically 1 in 6 chance of getting him, which is absolutely ridiculous. Right, in no way am I doing this. So yeah, I have decided to probably try to get Oberon in the next GSSR maybe. Yeah, I think in the next GSSR there's like a better chance of as far as I remember, the next GSSR, the Oberon's banner is a good one as far as I can remember. Either way, right, so I won't be going for that. I probably would have gone for this because at the beginning of the year, I had planned that I would go for this because I didn't have Koyanska of Darkness and I had no plans of getting her. I actually tried on her banner, I got her so quickly that, I was like, damn, that's good. So now I have 2 characters here. And these 3, like I said, I'm not that much in Jax de Molay is still fine. I feel like if I get Jax de Molay, it'll be okay because I've heard that she's quite good. But again, she's a foreigner. I have a lot of good foreigners, in that sense. Yeah, but these 2, I'm not really particular on these 2, on Super Bunyan or like Ashia Doman, So I feel like this is a very risky one. And you've seen my luck. If you've watched my GSSR summonings, you know how bad my luck is in the GSSRs. Every single time the character that I do not want, I get them. The only good GSSR I had was the first one where I literally got 2 new characters. I was over the moon. I was like, damn, is this how GSSRs are? All happy and rainbows? No, it isn't. Right, the next 2 gave me the hard dose of reality. The next one I got a duplicate character, I think Ereshkigal it was. Oh no, the next one I got Yang Guifei, which was, again, it was quite good. The second GSSR was also quite good. I got Yang Guifei. From the third, it started going downhill. I got Ereshkigal, which was, I was okay with it by the end of it because I love Ereshkigal. But still, she was a duplicate. I'm not really keen on that. And then the next one was freaking Astolfo Saber, who I wanted the least. The only character that I didn't want in the banner, I got that character. So I have no faith in this, in GSSRs. So yeah, I've decided to go for a banner where I'm guaranteed a new character. So basically that is the reason why this one and this one are on my radar. Now the reason why all the others are not on my radar, I'll talk about it. Because most of the other banners, I think I have a lot of the other characters. So let's go step by step. First banner, which is Saber 1 banner. You can see here we have Arthur Pendragon, Okta Soji, Sigurd, Nero Bride, Miyamoto Musashi, and Ryogi Shiki Saber. So, who do I have in this banner? Only one character I have, Miyamoto Musashi. Other than that, I do not have any other character. This would have been a good, chance to go for this banner, but I'm not going to go for this banner because I don't really want Arthur Pendragon prototype or Sigurd. These 2 I don't really want these 2. I would love it if I get Okta Soji or Nero Bride or Shiki, but I doubt I'm getting them. Again, my luck is not really that good. I'll probably, if I try to go for this banner, I know luck is going to screw me over and it'll probably give me Arthur Pendragon prototype. I know that's what's going to happen. So yeah, but overall this banner, I feel like this banner is a very balanced one. As far as I know, Arthur Pendragon prototype is the weakest character in the game. Let me know, correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong though, I'm not really sure, but I've heard that he's the weakest one out of all of them. Sigurd, I'm not really sure, but I think he's average basically. I'm not really sure. I haven't really heard much of him. But other than these 2, all the others are really good, I think. Okta Soji is amazing, still amazing. She's one of the first 7s that was released. She's still so good. Nero Bride is a great ST arts, NP user. Miyamoto Musashi is also quite good. and Ryogi Shiki is also good, I think, as far as I know. So that's why I'm saying it's like 50-50 basically, this one. So I guess, yeah, it's an okay banner, for other people, but obviously I'm not going to go for this. In the 4-star, as you can see, there is Artoria Altar, we have Gawain, we have Sigurd, we have Chevalier Dion, Suzuka Gozen, Nero, Frankenstein Saber, Munenori, Rama, Lancelot. Okay, who do I have from all of these characters? I have Saber Altar, I don't have Gawain, I don't have Sigurd, I have Chevalier Dion, I have Suzuka Gozen, I have Nero, I have Frankenstein, I don't have Munenori, I have Rama, I have Lancelot. So again, it's a mixed bag. Out of all the 4-star characters, who do I particularly think are really good? Again, all of these like things that I'm saying, if there's any type of mistake, feel free to correct me down in the comments, because like I might make mistakes here and there. So who do I think is very good out of all these characters? Obviously Saber Altar is a great buster farmer as far as I know. Not really sure about Gawain or Sigurd because I don't really have them. Not Sigurd, why am I calling him Sigurd? Siegfried, god damn it. Right, I'm not really sure about these two, but I actually would love if I get Siegfried in the future, because I have Kriemhild and I do want Siegfried just because I have Kriemhild. So I'll see if I'll be very happy if I get him one day. Also Chevalier Dion, I don't think he's really that good at all. Suzuka Gozen as well, I'm not really sure. I don't think she's that good. I've used her for a while, kind of average. Nero, in my opinion, is quite good because I'm a bit biased towards her because she carried me a lot through the early game because of her gut skill and all that. It was really good. I'm a bit biased towards her. Frankenstein Saber, I barely even used her, so I'm not really sure. Munenori, I think, is quite good as far as I remember. Rama as well, I think, is very good. And so is Lancelot. Lancelot is very good as far as I remember from hearing from other people. Like a single target art saber, I think he is, correct me if I'm wrong, and he's very good at it. So yeah, the best ones I think are Saber Altar, Lancelot. I think these two are like the best ones. Saber Altar and Lancelot. And there's other very good characters as well. These two I think are like the top. At least that's what I think. Yeah, so this was the first banner. Like I said, I'm not going for this because there's a chance I might get a few characters that I would not like here. For me, it will be 50-50. I'll win if I get this, or this. I'll lose if I get this, or this. This because I don't particularly want them. This because I already have her. So it's a 50-50 for me. I'm not going to take that risk. In no way am I doing that. The next banner is the second Saber banner. Now this one, we have Astolfo Saber, Ibuki, Okitsuji Saber Altar, Charlemagne, Muramasa, the Trunk Sisters, and Benyenma. Okay, who do I have here? Again, only one character. No, two characters. This guy I have, like I said, in the previous GSSR, and Muramasa I have. So out of all these characters, I feel like I would like if I got any of them. If I got the one I would be very happy with would be Ibuki, and the next one would be these two. I cannot really pick between these two, but I would love if I got either of these two. So these three I'll be very happy. I'll be okay with Charlemagne and Benyenma as well. These two, however, since I already have them, I don't want them. And I feel like but probably should not summon in this banner because this freaking guy, he decided to screw over my previous GSSR. I feel like if I pull in this banner, he'll probably appear again. I don't want that. No, I'll be traumatized. In no way am I pulling in this banner. From the 4 stars, we have Saito Hajime, we have Meb Saber, we have Dirmud, we have Tomoe Gozen Saber, we have Bargast, we have Lakshmi Bai, we have Prince of Lan Ling, we have Roland, and we have Watanabe no Suna. Okay, who do I have from all of these? I have Meb Saber, I have Dirmud, I have Tomoe, I have Bargast, I have Lakshmi Bai, I have Prince of Lan Ling. All of these characters I have, so most of them I have. Again, Who do I think are particularly good in these, among these characters? Um, oh, I have Saito Hajime as well. Why didn't I mention him? I forgot to mention him. So yeah, basically I have most of these characters. Oh yeah, so who are particularly good in this? I think all of them are pretty decent, in my opinion. I think, I think like Go Vargas is really good in certain scenarios because of her, like, HP healing that she does. Tomo is really good, as an AoE arts character, but I have Muramasa for that nowadays, so I don't really need her. I used to use her back then. Meb Saber is also quite good. I think like everyone is very good, like, quite good. Like, I wouldn't call them like really good or extremely good, but they're quite good in my opinion. I'm not really sure about Roland or Watanabe no Sona because I don't have either of these two, but yeah. Like overall, I think this is a solid 4-star. Like, like a assortment of characters. So yeah, I think this is a good one. So out of these two, which one is good? In my opinion, it's pretty balanced now that I'm thinking about it, because like I said, here Muramasa is like the highlight. For anyone who doesn't have Muramasa, he's the highlight of this. Like he's the best one. And in this one, I feel like Okta and Nero are like the highlight. I don't know. I feel like Nero's the highlight. Like single target arts, Saber. But I guess like Lancer also does the same job. So, but Nero's also quite good. Yeah. So I feel like it's quite balanced. But overall, I would say this one is better because this banner has obviously. I think like Arthur Prototype is very weak compared to a lot of the other sabers. So if you get Arthur Prototype, you're kind of like in a bad situation. But if you like him, then obviously you can go for him. But if you don't have any particular fondness for him, getting him I feel like would be very yeah. So I would say this banner is better than this one. I think but yeah, but I feel like I would have loved to go for this banner just because of Iuki, but I'm not taking that risk. Yeah, like just for one character, I ain't doing that. I know I'm not going to get her. I'll probably get Astolfo again. So yeah, that'll probably ruin my whole year. Not that whole day. It'll ruin my whole year. I ain't doing that. Okay, the next banner, which is the Archer banner, the Archer #1 banner. We have Artoria Archer, Ishtar, Gilgamesh, and Moriarty. It's a very solid group of characters. Now, who do I have out of all these characters? I only have Ishtar, which is the sad truth of this because I only have one SSR Archer. Ishtar is the only one. She's my only SSR Archer. I'm pretty unlucky in Archer situations. However, I think this banner is a solid banner because #1, Arthur Pendragon Archer is one of the best archers. Ishtar is quite good herself. Gilgamesh is very good, still very good. He's like one of the best characters as far as I know. Still, he still holds the reign. And Moriarty, as far as I've heard, is also pretty good. So I think this is a very good banner. Every single character you win basically if you get them. And yeah, again, I'm not going for this banner just because I have one character here. Like I said, I'm not taking that risk. I feel like Ishtar is going to pop up if I pull on this banner. I'll again get a duplicate, which I don't want. Now, in the SR category, I feel like the SR is well worth it here. We have Asagami Fujino here. She barely comes, we barely get any banners for her. So I feel like this is literally, she herself makes this this banner well worth it. So Fujino's there. Then we have Atlante. Okay, I forgot to mention. Who do I have within all these characters? I have Atlante. I have Helena Blavatsky. I have Chiron. I have Tomoe. I have Tristan. These are the characters that I have. And out of all these characters, I think okay, the characters that I don't have: Asagami Fujino, Anebonian Married, Emiya Alter, and yeah, and Emiya. So out of all these characters, like I said, Asakami Fujino herself makes this well worth it. Other than her, I think the really good ones here are Archer. I'm not really sure about them. I haven't really used them that much, so I don't know. Emiya Alter is quite good as well, I think. I'm not really sure. Tristan is very good. And everyone else are okay. And Karen also quite good, I think. Like overall, this is a good banner. Again, the 4-star characters are quite good, in my opinion. But yeah, I think this banner is a very good one. It's a good 5-star lineup, and at the same time, the 4-star lineup is also quite good. And we have Fujino here, so a good choice. This one. The second one, which I am my eyes on, like I said, is we have Jun Archer, we have Sei Shonagon, and Orion, Super Orion. Now, the reason, like I said, I've already said this, the reason why I have my eyes on this is because every single character I do not have, so I'll be winning either way. Jun Archer is, I think, still one of the best, AOE archer. Sei Shonagon is quite good as well, as far as I know. I think she's she's quick archer, isn't she? Yeah. And Super Orion, everyone knows him. He's one of the best archers in the game, and I've actually wanted him for a long time. I still haven't gotten him. And in the 4-star banner, we have Ashwatthama, Anastasia and V, Ilyasville, we have Osakabe, we have what's her name, Calamity Jane, we have Zenobia, and we have Bao Hanshi. So who do I have in these 4 stars? I have everyone except Ashwatthama. That's basically what it is. I didn't have Zenobia back then, but I have Zenobia now. So in the beginning of the year, I didn't have Zenobia, but now I have her. So there's only one character that I don't have, and I would actually love it if I pull in this banner and I get Ashwatthama. So overall, this banner, the 4-star characters are actually very good in this banner as well. I've heard Ashwatthama is really good. Anastasia V is also extremely good. I'm not that much of a big fan of Osakabe Hime Archer. Ilya Archer, okay, I guess. Calamity Jane is also okay. Zenobia is also extremely good, and Bahan, she is also very good. So I think there's quite a very few very good characters here. Right. So I think, yeah, this is a good banner, and one that I have my particular eyes on because of Super Orion. Yeah. So out of these two archer banners, is there any other archer? No. Out of these two archer banner, which one do I think is the better option? It's pretty balanced. I can see the banners pretty balanced. Like here, for example, my eyes all immediately is focusing on Archer, Artoria, and Gilgamesh because these two are the best ones. And here my eyes immediately go on Super Orion. So in that sense, I feel like it's pretty damn balanced. I think from other people's perspective, not from mine, like I said, from me, this one. But from a neutral perspective, I would say this one. Because, number one, we have freaking Gilgamesh here. And like I said, Fujino's here as well. Artoria Archer is very good. And, Ishtar, I don't know, there's a lot of people who are big fans of Ishtar and Ereshkigal. So that'll also be pretty nice. Moriarty is also quite good. So overall, I think this is I feel like this is better. From a neutral perspective. For me, this one is better. But from a neutral perspective, I think this one. So yeah. Now, Lancer. Okay, so the Lancer banner, the SSR characters we have here are Ereshkigal, Skasaha, Tamamo Lancer, and Brunhild. I have every single character here except Brunhild. So in no way am I pulling in this banner. I have Ereshkigal at NP2, I have Skasaha, I have Tamamo. So there you go. Oh boy. From gameplay perspective, I think Kasaha is a solid character. Both Kasaha and Tamamo are solid, like, single target characters. Quick single target, buster single target. Eshkigal is okay. Like offensive wise, gameplay wise, I think she's very average. But this is Eshkigal we're talking about. Like, who would even try to get her because of her gameplay? No one. In no way. People get her because she's a Eshkigal, not because of her gameplay. At least that's what I would like to think. But anyways, yeah. So and Brunhild, I don't know much about her. Like how her gameplay goes or whatever. But yeah, I think, yeah. So a very good, like, very solid banner. 4-star we have Arturia Altar, Lancer, Vlad, Elizabeth Bathory, Kyohime, Nezha, Parvati, Fionn, Raiko, Anna, Li Xuan, and the Valkyrie. So, who do I have in this? I have her, I have him, I have her. I don't have Kyohime. I have Nezha, I have Parvati, I have Fionn, I have Minamoto no Raiko, I have Medusa Lily. I don't have Li Xuan. I used to have him, but I don't know when I accidentally burnt him, and he's still there in my interlude, but he's not there in my roster. Absolutely insane behavior that I did. I don't know when that even happened. So I always make sure to lock every character nowadays. And I also have Valkyrie. Right, so I have basically everyone except Kyohime and Li Xuan. Who are the good characters here? I would say the really good characters here are, I think Vlad is quite good. Not sure about Kyohime though. Parvati is very good in certain situations. Raiko is very good. As far as I know, Raiko, deals quite a bit of damage. Li Xuan, I'm not really sure. Like I said, I don't really have him now. Valkyrie is also quite good. Parvati and Valkyrie like in the same category, both of them. So yeah, overall another quite balanced banner, and yeah, I think again this banner is also quite good, especially because of the really nice variety of the characters here. I feel like a lot of people will go in for this banner. Just look at this. We have Eshkigals, Kasaha, and Tamamo, 3 of the big faces in Fate. We have Rin face, we have Shisho, we have the Fox Girl. Like, who else do we want? So yeah, I feel like this will be a highly contended banner, especially for newcomers who haven't really gotten these characters now. Right. And Brunhild as well, I guess. Okay, the next one, this Lancer banner. We have Ryoma, we have Melusine, we have Roma. Or Romulus. I forgot his name for a moment. I just call him Roma. God damn it. Okay. Right. So, yeah, the 3 characters, but very solid characters. Now, I'm not really much sure about Sakamoto Ryoma, but I've heard he's quite good. Correct me if I'm wrong. Melusine is obviously, no doubt about it, one of the best Lancers in the game. If you don't have her, I feel like you should definitely go for this. And Romulus is also very good, as far as I've known. He's a Grand Servant. So yeah. In the who do I have here? Only Melusine I have. And again, I wouldn't go for this because I have Melusine, and so basically it's a 1/3 chances of getting a duplicate. I'm not taking that risk. In the 4-star category, we have Ibaraki Lancer, we have Canis, we have Xin Liangyu, we have Don Quixote, we have Melt, we have Percival. And out of all of them, I have Canis, I have her, Xin Liangyu, I have Percival. So I actually have 50% characters here. So I would have loved to get Don Quixote, but I'll try to get him later on with the ticket. So I'm not really pulling in this banner just because Don Quixote is here. I'm not going to do that. But overall, I think among the 4 stars. Now, I'm not really sure about most of them because I don't have much of these three. I don't have them. But out of the characters that I have, I think the best one is Percival. You know, he's really good as I think like an arts lancer. I think he's really good. Canis is also quite good in certain scenarios. I feel like she kind of shines in like solo scenarios, basically because of her skill, which increases her attack more that she attacks. I haven't really used her that much, so I cannot really tell that much. But you know, like among the 4-star, I don't really have much clue about this banner, at least because half of the characters I don't have. Right, but yeah, that's the whole banner. Now, among these two banner, which banner would I say is better to go for from a neutral perspective? I would say this one. The reason behind it is because Melusine is there. Just because Melusine is there. And obviously we have a Grand Servant here as well. Sakamoto Ryoma as well. So, just because of that, I would say this banner. But, like I said, I feel like a lot of people will probably go for this one because there's 3 big faces here. And here there's only, like, you know, Melusine. Who people are crazy about. I'm talking about characters people are crazy about. Here there's 3 characters who people go crazy about, and here there's, I think, one. There are certain a lot of fans for Sakamoto Ryoma and Romulus as well, but I'm talking about the crazy, like the absolute insane type crazy, like thing. Like there's a degree to everything. I'm talking about the absolute insane degree. I've seen some crazy Melusine fans. I've seen some crazy, like these fans as well. So in that degree, I feel like this banner wins by a landslide because there's 3 of them, 3 of the big faces. So yeah, but I feel like offensive voice and all that, this one's better because there's Melusine and the Grand Servant and Sakamoto Ryoma. So yeah. Okay. So next one we have the Rider banner. The first one. The first one we have Saber Maid Altar, we have Ivan the Terrible, and we have Iskander. I only have Artoria Maid Altar, and I don't have these 2. In no way am I pulling in this banner because, as far as I know, Iskander is in a very bad situation. He's like at the bottom. He's like just there. People like the devs have probably forgotten about him, as far as I've heard. And I think even the table is quite good, but just yeah. And again, I already have a character here, so again, in no way am I pulling in this banner. The 4 stars, we have Astolfo, we have Anibon and Mary Reed, we have Maria Antoinette, we have Martha, and we have Mordred Rider. 4 stars, I feel like are pretty average. There's not really anyone to like particularly look out for here. I guess Mordred is kind of okay. You can loop her with Castoria and all that. Just because of that, I guess. Yeah, I feel like this banner is pretty average banner. Like this, I feel like a lot of people will probably not go for this. A lot of people will probably try to get her, like Artoria Altar. But I feel like a lot of people will probably just stay away from this banner because just because of the characters. A lot of the characters here are pretty basic, and yeah, like I said, I feel like Iskander has gotten the short end of the stick, and he's still just hasn't gotten any kind of upgrades and all that. So a lot of people will probably try to stay away from this. I don't know, who knows. But yeah, overall, I think very basic banner, this one. Right. Oh, who do I have? I forgot to mention, who do I have in this banner? I have Astolfo, I have Maria Antoinette, I have Martha, I have Mordred Rider. So except them, I have everyone. Right. And the next one, the Rider 2 banner, we have Bakin, we have Constantinos, we have Simai, we have Da Vinci Rider. One of the best collection of characters, because obviously Rhinus and Da Vinci Rider is here. Both of them are amazingly good. She's one of the best support characters. Da Vinci Rider is one of the best AOE arts riders. So these two make it well worth it for this banner, and that's why, like I'm saying, I'm having my eye on this banner as well. also the fact that I don't have any of these characters, and I don't particularly have any plans on getting Baki. So so I'm going to win if I go for this banner either way. Right, but like Bakin, I'm not really sure how she is. Let me know. And Constantinos, as far as I know, okay, nothing much to talk about, but these two are absolutely amazing. In the 4-star banner, we have Carmilla, we have Canis, we have Dobrynya, and we have Murasaki Shiki. I have all of them. In my opinion, out of all of them, I feel like all of them are okay. There's not anyone particularly extremely good or anything. Everyone's okay. This is a very balanced banner, So yeah, out of these two, which one would I go for? Obviously this one. From a neutral perspective as well, this one I would go for. Because yeah, this banner is a bit, yeah. Right. Okay, now the caster banner. This is where it gets juicy. Ooh, really, like most of the caster characters are absolutely amazing. So let's see what we have here. I love how they oh my god, the divided Caster and Merlin. I guess it makes sense. Caster is art based and Merlin is buster based, but still. Right, obviously two of the goated characters cannot be in the same banner. Yeah, okay, so right, but yeah, obviously that's not why they changed, they demarcated, they divided it like that. This is purely like a buster based. I can see that we have Merlin here, we have buster and quick, I guess Skadi is quick, and here it's like arts and stuff. Okay, so yeah, the first banner, we have Ilya, we have Skadi, we have Nero Caster, we have Merlin, and we have Da Vinci. So who do I have among all of these characters? I have two characters, Skadi and Nero Caster. These two are the ones I have. Out of these three that are left, Merlin is obviously the best one that you can get out of here, and then Skadi. First Merlin, I would say, then Skadi, and then I don't know, any one of them, I guess. I'm not really sure about either of them. Nero Caster, I've used her. She's okay. She's like nothing much to talk about, pretty average. But it's Nero, so a lot of people will just pull on this banner just to get her. Ilya, again, a very big face in the Fate franchise. So I feel like just because of that, a lot of people will try to get her. And she's a single target, I think, buster caster. So, yeah, that's also quite good. And Da Vinci, again, she's the Leonardo da Vinci. So a lot of people will probably try to get her. And this is the previous Vinci. So, the OG one. So yeah, just because of that, a lot of people will probably try it. So I feel like there's a big chance a lot of people will go in this banner. Same with this one as well, because there's Castoria, but I'll talk about that later. But yeah, Merlin is the best bet here, and then Skadi. In the 4-star, we have Helena Blavatsky, Gilgamesh, Cersei, Sheba, we have Thomas Edison, we have Nursery Rhyme, we have Nitocris, we have Marie Antoinette, and we have Media Lily. So as far as I know, okay, who do I have among all of these? I have Helena, I have Gilgamesh, I have Cersei, I have Shiva, I have Thomas Edison, I have Nursery Rhyme. Damn, I have Nitocris. I don't have Marianne. Oh my god, it was almost a perfect run. And I have Media Lily as well. The only character I don't have her is her. Damn, I would have had all of them. That's a shame. Anyways, who do I think are really good in this? Obviously Gilgamesh. Who else? I think he's the best one out of all of them. Then I would put, after Gilgamesh, I'd probably put Helena, maybe. Yeah, Helena's quite good as well. Then I would probably put Media Lily, because she's a very good healer. And I think she cleanses debuff, doesn't she? As far as I remember, I don't remember that much. Yeah, she does cleanse debuff, doesn't she? I'm not really sure. I've forgotten. Anyways, and then I would probably put Nitocris, and then the others, I guess. So yeah, that would be like my way. So overall, I think this is a very good banner, because in the 4-star, Gilgamesh dominates it. In the 5-star, we have Merlin and Skadi. So yeah, from a neutral perspective, this is a very good banner to invest in. Now comes the next banner, the Caster 2 banner. And oh my god, obviously, we have The one and only Castoria. And then we have Izumo no Kuni, we have Miss Crane, I think, yeah, and then Murasaki Shikubu. So the only character I have in this is Castoria, and this would have been a good banner for me to go for as well, but I would not go for this banner because I don't particularly want these characters. I don't have that much keen, or like I'm not that much keen or fancy getting any of these. I would love it if I get Castoria. I would love it, but not these things. I feel like Castor is the only character that I would be okay with getting a duplicate. There's no other character in FGO that I'd be okay with getting a duplicate, because I'm all for new characters. I don't want to upgrade my characters just because their strength will be better or something like that. None of that stuff. I'm purely like, obviously I'm like F2P, and in this way, like I would try to maximize the amount of characters that I have than powering up a certain character. So with that logic, I feel like the only one who gets a pass is Castoria. Like I would be okay if I get a duplicate Castoria. I'd be okay with it. So in that sense, I could have gone for this, but like I said, other than Castoria, I'm not that much keen on these three. It would be okay. I don't particularly hate them or anything, but like I'm not that keen on either of them. Out of these three, I feel like I would be the happiest if I got Izumo no Okuni, because I feel like she's the newest one, and then Murasaki. I'm not really that keen on Miss Crane, So yeah, either way. However, the 4-star, as you can see, we have Charlotte Corday, we have Daikokten, and we have Miu. I think this is a very good 4-star lineup. First of all, Charlotte Corday, as far as I know, caster is very good. I have her myself. The only one I don't have here is Miu, and Daikokten is amazing as well. So Miu, I'm not really sure. Like I said, I don't have her. But Miu herself is quite a rare character, so I feel like this banner is well worth it. Both the 4-star and the 5-stars. So overall, which banner would I think from a neutral perspective should you go for? And definitely the Castoria banner. Like, who am I kidding? This is the Castoria we're talking about. Like, I feel like I've said this multiple times, I feel like there's only one character I would say that everyone should have, in a game like FGO, where you can literally play the game whatever or however you want to, and it wouldn't penalize you any way if you go for your particular wife or husband instead of going for the meta. I would say the only one character that you should make an exception for is Castoria, because she is a game changer, a life changer, and like she's everything. She has made a lot of my headaches go away completely. Oh god, she's a lifesaver still up till this day. I don't think there can be a replacement to Castoria ever. If there's a replacement to Castoria someday, that'll be crazy. I don't see anyone replacing her. But yeah, either way, yeah, definitely Castoria, like from a neutral perspective. But Merlin is also quite good, but Castoria all the way. So from a neutral perspective, this banner you should go for. Then the assassin banner, and here we have Cleopatra, Shiten Doji, Mysterious Heroine, and Hassan, the old man of the mountain. Who do I have among all of these? None. I have none of them. So yeah, I could have gone for this one as well, but again, I'm not a big fan of this banner. There's only three characters. Yeah, I guess there are like all these 3 characters I would like if I get them. But then we have like I'm not that much of like big fan of her, like Mysterious Heroine X. I've heard that she's quite good nowadays. She's okay. She was absolutely bad back in the days, but nowadays with the upgrades and stuff, she's okay now, I think, as far as I've heard. But still, I'm not a big fan of her. I don't know why. And all these 3 I would actually be okay if I got them. The one I would be the most happy with if I got would be Shuten, because I love her. Shuten is amazing, and like especially her voice acting and every single thing about her. So the one I would be the most happy if I got, it would be Shuten, and then the other 2, I guess, and last this girl. But I would not go for this. Like I said again, I feel like I would get her with my bad luck. Right, so I'm not going to go for this. In the 4-star, who do we have here? We have Emiya, we have and this guy, what's his name, Yang King. We have Carmilla, we have Steno, and we have Wu Zetian. Who do I have among all of these? I have everyone except Enya. And I think the best one out of all of them is Carmilla. Maybe, I'm not really sure. Maybe him. I haven't really used him that much, so I'm not really sure. Wu Zetian is also quite good in certain scenarios, but Steno's bad. Yeah, no two ways about it. Yeah, so overall I think a very average banner, but for me I would like to get Shuten. So just because of her, if I would pull in this banner, I'd probably do it for Shuten, but I'm not going to pull in this banner. I have better options, as I said. Right, and the next banner, this one, we have Kama, we have Semiramis, and we have Koyanskaya of Light. Out of all these three, I have both of the characters. I have Kama and I have Koyanskaya of Light. I don't have Semiramis, and I think even if I got Semiramis, I would be happy with it. Like Semiramis is okay. These two, since I already have, I wouldn't really want them again. But yeah, okay. Right, so okay, so yeah, from a neutral perspective, I would say this is a really good banner. We have Kama here, one of the best single target quick characters. She's so good. And then we have Koyanskaya of Light, one of the best buster supports. So yeah, I think that this is the best one in the assassin. And in the 4-star, we have Ushiwaka, assassin. We have Okita, we have Danzo, we have Yume Ren, we have Nito Chris, we have Yome. Who do I have out of all of them? I have Okita, I have Yome. Okay, there's only 2 characters I have out of all of them. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I have none of these. These 4 I don't have them. So I cannot really say much about this, except for the fact that these 2 are pretty average. Chiyome and Okita Soji assassin, pretty average. I wouldn't really recommend them. But I'm not really sure about these 4, so I couldn't say much. But yeah, the 5 stars are really good here, as you can see. So yeah, overall, from an neutral perspective, which banner do I think is better? Obviously this one. Like, what else? Like, we have freaking Kama and Koyanskaya here. Like, who else do you want? So yeah, this is definitely the better one. Okay, next is Berserker. Okay, here we go. We have Sakata Kintoki. We have Mysterious Heroine Alter X. We have what's his name? Hijikata. Yeah, Hijikata. We have Minamoto no Raiko. These 4. Who do I have among all of these 4? Only Minamoto no Raiko. I don't have the other 3. And as far as I've heard, Mysterious Heroine Alter X is really good. As far as I've heard, correct me if I'm wrong. And the other 2 are okay. Sakata Kintoki is quite good. Hijikata is okay as well. Raiko was very good back in the days, but there are better alternatives nowadays. We all know, So yeah, but back in the days, Minamoto no Raiko was like one of the best ones. But Buster Berserkers. And then we have the 4-star banner, in which we have Atlante, we have Ibaraki, we have Nobunaga, we have Tamamo Cat, we have Frankenstein, we have Beowulf, we have Heracles, and we have Pentalicia, we have Lancelot. And out of all of them, who do I have? I have Ibaraki, I have Nobu, I have Tamamo, I have Frankenstein, I have Beowulf, I have Heracles, and I have Pentalicia. So the only 2 I don't have is Atlante and Lancelot. Okay, that was pretty obvious in the 4-star banner. The one who reigns supreme is obviously Heracles. Who else is there? There's nobody else like Heracles. Right, and of all the others, I feel like they're okay-ish. It's like, yeah, it's okay, kind of, like nothing much to talk about. Pretty basic, average, below average, I think. But Heracles is the one who reigns supreme. Right. So I feel like out of all these Berserker, I feel like Heracles would probably reign supreme among even the 5 stars. He's that good with his Bond C. Right. Right, so that is the Berserker 1 banner, and oh my god, then we have the Berserker 2 banner, which is absolutely insane. Just look at this. We have Arjuna Alter, we have Miyamoto Musashi Berserker, we have Morgan. Three of the best Berserkers in the game. What were they thinking when they made this? You have everyone here. Like, who else do you need? Three of the best Berserkers. You know, AoE Arts Berserker, Buster AoE Berserkers. Both of them. So yeah, out of all these three, I have both of them. So I'm in no way am I going for this banner just because of Arjuna Alter. I doubt I'll get him. I'll probably get the other two. So yeah, in no way am I pulling in this banner. But I think from a neutral perspective, for someone who have neither of these three, this is one of the best banners. You know, one of the best banners. Like, every single character, you cannot lose in this banner. Every single character is good in one way. So I feel like this is a really good choice for like players who have neither of these characters. And in the 4-star banner, we have Kijokyo, Kriemhild, Sei Shonagun, and Brunhild. So, wow, Kriemhild and Brunhild. I just realized. Kriemhild and Brunhild in the same banner, bruh. Okay, so yeah, pretty good banner for the 4-star as well. As far as I know, now correct me if I'm wrong, Kriemhild is like one of the best Berserkers. As far as I've heard from JP people, you know, people who play JP, she's ours, isn't she? I'm not really sure. I have her, but I haven't even used her properly that much. And I think she single targets ours, isn't she? Correct me if I'm wrong. And like, she's like one of a kind as far as I know. Like, a lot of people has, like, you know, I've heard from a lot of people, like, she's one of the best Berserkers. So, you know, and the other three are okay, I guess. Nothing much to talk about, I think. But Kriemhild is like the one who reigns supreme here. So I feel like this banner is like one of the best banners you can ever like invest in, like the best banner. And from a neutral perspective, out of these two banners, which will you go for? Obviously this one, no way doubt about it. You know, like, just look at these three all in the same banner. Good god. Like, if you're extremely unlucky, I feel like you should go in this banner, because you cannot lose in this banner. In no way can you lose here. 100% chance of getting something good. Right. Okay, now we have the extra banner. So the first extra banner, we have Amakusashiro, Sherlock Holmes, Edmond Dantes, and Jolter. Who do I have among these four? I have Jolter only. I have none of the other characters. And I think all these characters are quite good. Amakusashiro is good, as far as I've heard, he's quite good. Holmes is also quite good in certain scenarios, you know, with his invincible break, the defense down, that thing. Edmond Dantes is also quite good, you know, his AoE quick, you know, like that thing. Jolter is quite good as well, you know, like, he still like has a great deal of damage, deals a great deal of damage. I know there are a lot of other Avengers who surpass her nowadays, but she's still very good in my opinion. Maybe I'm a bit biased. I've had Jolter from the very beginning, so maybe that's why. I don't know. Either way, yeah. So these are like the four characters, and then we have in the 4-star banner, we have Martha, we have Gorgon, we have Hessian Lobo, we have Passionlit. Out of all of them, I have all of them. Okay, right. Yeah, I have all of them. I think so. I do. Wait, do I have Martha Ruler? I think I have her. Yeah, I have her. Yeah. For a moment I forgot. I barely even use her. That's why I've forgotten, I think. But yeah, these three I definitely have. I cannot remember much. Yeah, I have Martha Ruler. I do have her. Yeah. Right. So yeah, I have all of the characters. And out of them, I think all of them are pretty average. There's not like any like supreme ruling character in the 4-star. Everyone is okay-ish. So yeah, this banner is okay, you know, but I feel like a lot of people will go for this banner just because of Jolter. Jolter is here, like, yeah. And then we have extra 2 banner where we have Artoria Bunny, we have Chin Shi Huang, we have Space Sister, we have Nobunaga, and we have Bibi. An interesting like assortment of characters. Who do I have among all of these? I have Space Sister and I have Nobunaga. These 3 I don't have. Now, out of these 5 characters, who do I think are the best ones? Space Sister and Chin Shi Huang. Like, each of them are like masters in their own department. I think Space Sister is like one of the best, like, you know, AoE like farmers, like one of the best, like, you know, AoE characters in my opinion. And then we have Qin Shi Huang, who is really good in certain situations, like his invincibility and all that he does. I've seen it, like he actually saved me in one of the other CQs. I remember borrowing a Qin Shi Huang from one of my friend list and doing a CQ, and he was the MVP there. He saved me so many times then, and I realized how good he is when I used him back then. So yeah, he's like one of the best characters as far as I know. I don't know now, but back then when I used him, he's still very good. I don't know the current scenario, like maybe there's someone who has surpassed him or something, but I'm not really sure. But back then, he was like one of the best. I'm not really sure about Artoria Ruler. I barely even heard anything about her. I don't really see her at all, so I'm not really sure about her. And Nobunaga, like Mao Nobu, I think she is again, yeah, pretty average, unless and until you have Nobukatsu with you, as far as I know. Like her damage is quite subpar, but Nobukatsu kind of helps that out a little bit. But then again, like there's better alternatives to her. Like why go for her? But this is Mao Nobu we are talking about. A lot of people will just go for that because she's Mao Nobu. I was one of them. I just went for her because it's Mao Nobu, and I loved her. That's why. Right, and then we have BB. I tried on getting BB Summer before. I didn't get her, so I gave up, and I don't have any particular plans on getting her in the future. But yeah, I don't know how good she is. I'm not really sure. I remember she had like a skill that's like command cards, she locks it or something, as far as I can remember, something like that. Yeah, okay. But yeah, the best one out of all of them is definitely Qin Shi Huang and Spacious Star. And in the 4-star category, we have Astrea, we have Mysterious Heroine XX, and we have Hephaestion. So I think this is a very good 4-star banner. The reason is because Astrea is, I think, still one of the best single target ruler, damage dealer. I think she will get replaced later by Uesugi Kenshin, as far as I know, in JP. But up until then, she holds the top position. There's nobody like her, And then we have Mysterious Hero next. She's also quite good, and Hephaestion is also quite good. She's also a pretender. So yeah, there you go. Right. So yeah, a very solid banner in my opinion, just because of Qin Shi Huang and Space Star. And then we have extra 3. And here we have Karen, we have Moriarty, we have Himiko, we have Kama, we have Taira no Kagekyo, and we have Setsuo in Kiara. Who do I have among all of these? I have all these 4. I have Himiko, I have Kama, I have Taira no Kagekyo, and I have Setsuo in Kiara. These 2 I don't have. I don't have Karen, I don't have Moriarty. And I would actually love to get Karen. Unfortunately, it's a big gamble here. 6 characters. I'm not taking that gamble. And out of these 6 characters, I have 4. Nah, man. I am not taking that gamble. Right. But I would, if I got an opportunity, I would love to get Karen. Unfortunately, if I got an opportunity, which in FGO you don't usually get, because there are like more and more characters coming every single day. And some characters obviously catches your fancy and you're saving for that character. So the characters that have come back in the past, you kind of start, paying less and lesser attention to them. At least that's what happens to me. Like I've always thought like, oh, this character I would like to get them. Maybe in the future repeat banners, it never happens. Yeah. Either way, there had been exceptions though. The only exceptions that I actually went back for, like I said, I usually don't go back. Usually look forward and just keep going forward. There was only one exception who I went back for. Ishtar and Ereshkigal. I wasn't able to get Ishtar and Ereshkigal in the first banners when they dropped. I was extremely sad. But then in the repeat banner, I went again and I got both of them. So I feel like it's like the only character that can make me do something like that is a real face. No other character that can make me go back, to the previous banners. So yeah. Okay, so then we have in the 4-star, again, we have the same characters, Astrea, Mysterious Heroine, and Hephaestion. From a neutral perspective, I would say this is a very good banner, because just look at this banner. We have Himiko, what really good ruler, Kama Avenger, like on par with Space Ishtar, Taira no Kagekyo, really good Avenger, Setsuo in Kiara also. Like yeah, this is a really good banner. Absolutely really good banner. But like I said, I have all of them, most of them, so I wouldn't go for this. From a neutral perspective, it's quite good. Then we have extra 4, where we have, damn, there's a lot of extra banner. I guess there's a lot of extra characters. We have Okita Soji Alter, we have Sisoin Kiara like alter ego. Whoa. We have Melt, we have Abby, we have Katsushika Hokusai. Who do I have among all of these? I have Okita, I have Melt, I have Katsushika Hokusai. These two I don't have, Kiara and Abby. Again, yeah, I wouldn't particularly go for this banner because there's 3 characters I already have. But I would say out of all these characters, the best ones are probably Melt and Katsushika Hokusai, isn't it? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, because back then, like, Hokusai was like one of the best foreigners. I don't know if that still holds true. But yeah, Melt is also very good. I think everyone's quite decent, you know, right here. And then we have the 4-star, like, again, the repeat. This is repeating, isn't it? Yeah. Martha, Gorgon, Hessian Lobo, and Passion Lip. Right. So, okay-ish banner. I would say this banner is better than this one from a neutral perspective. And then we have this one, the extra 5 banner, which is King Protea, Abby Summer, Van Gogh, Voyager, and Yang Guifei. And the same characters here. So, out of all these, who do I have? I have Abby Summer at NP4. Absolutely insane. She kept like just coming like one after the other. I think I was trying to get like a 4-star character in her banner, and her as well, obviously, and I got her, and I was like, oh wow, I got her quickly. And then I kept trying to get the 4-star character, and she kept appearing one after the other, back to back, until I had NP4. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Oh boy. And then I realized other people were like, oh, like NP4, but she's like the worst character out of all of them. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't know that back then. I didn't know Abby's summer situation is so bad. Like, you know, and everyone was like, oh, like, yeah, she's not really that good actually. And I'm like, oh my god, the only character I was able to NP4, like, she's not that good, like, what? But yeah, anyways, but yeah, this is obviously the main highlight of this banner is obviously Van Gogh. Like, who else? Like, yeah, you should definitely try to get her. You know, if you don't have her, she is a godsend in certain situations. Absolutely insane character. Good god. And I feel very, like, what can I say, fortunate that I actually got her, because my initial plans was to skip her for Ibuki. Oh god, my initial plans was to skip her for Ibuki, and the only reason I got her was because after I played, what was the name of that event? I forgot the name of the event. You know, the event where she was introduced. Something imaginary or whatever. I forgot the name. Anyways, in that, but the only reason why I got her is because I read that story and I like Van Gogh so much. I was like, I need to get her. You know, like, in no way am I missing it. You know, and the main reason I got her was because I really liked her character. You know, and after getting her, I realized why people get her. Obviously, she's very, like, you know, a very cute character. Not because of that, but because how insane she is. Her character deals so much damage, and basically she's a foreigner. She can tank so much for, like, you know, certain like, you know, like berserkers. Absolutely insane character. So I then realized, like, for the gameplay reason, why people are so fond of her. And I'm like, wow, if I actually didn't get her, I would have missed out so bad. And she's like one of my highest investments. I like 650 SQs I actually needed, as far as I can remember, to get her, and I don't regret it a bit, you know. And yeah, so, you know, it was a great thing. Like, you know, like, I actually got her because I really liked her character, and then I realized she's so good. But yeah, I would say, like, you know, like, if you have an opportunity, try to go for Van Gogh. So just because of Van Gogh, I would say this banner is well worth it. It's a big gamble, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters here. But just in case you get her, yes, try for it. And then the other characters that are quite good here, I think Yang Guifei is very good. You know, I have her, she's quite good. And the other three I'm not really sure of. Abby Summer, okay, I guess. Voyager, I'm not really sure. King Protea, I guess certain scenarios she's quite good. I really like her, like her gimmick of getting bigger and bigger. You know, the HP gets higher and higher every turn. I really like that gimmick. But I don't have her, but it's a very interesting one. Yeah, so this is actually a really good banner just because of Van Gogh. And then we have the extra 6 banner, where we have Ashia Doman, Super Bunyan, Bazette, Jack de Molay, Koyansky of Dark, and Oberon. This is a tough situation, you know, because Oberon is here and then there's Van Gogh over there. And the same characters here. So, okay, I have Bazette, I have Koyansky of Dark. These are the only 2 characters I have. And like I said, I had my particular eyes on this, but I don't particularly want these 2. So the situation is, I will be the most happy if I got Oberon. You know, I would be the least happy if I got these 2, and I would be okay with Jax de Molay. No, I would be the least happy if I got these 4 because I already have these 2. You know, like I said, no duplicates. So if I got these 4, I'm sad. If I got Jax de Molay, okay. If I got Oberon, I'm very happy. So I'm not taking that gamble just because of 1 character. No, when there's 4 other characters, that can make me sad. Like, I probably would be the most sad if I got these 2 because I already have these 2, and then I would become more like, you know, a little bit sad for these 2. I would be quite happy for her. I'd be very happy for Oberon. So yeah, I'm not taking this gamble, but I feel like Oberon here is like the best one out of all of them. And so yeah, I would highly recommend this banner for people who would want to go for this banner. Go for it because of Oberon. So out of the 5 extra banners, which one do I think is the best? You know, I would say this one or this one. I can't like bring it down to one. I have two choices here, this banner and this banner, because Oberon is here, because Van Gogh is here. Just because of that, these 2 banners I would say keep your eyes on. Other banners are okay. You know, there are certain good characters here and there, but I feel like these 2 outclasses everything in the extra banner. So that would be my advice. So yeah, so overall I would say, like, from a full-on neutral perspective, for someone who has just started the game, doesn't really have that much characters, and who was like, oh wow, there's a certain banner like this where if you spend 15 paid quartz, you can get 1 character guaranteed SSR. That's quite a good, you know, like, good thing, you know. Like, just imagine a certain scenario, a new player who don't have any SSR. He or she's like, all right, you know what, good thing, let me let me buy 15 SQs and try to get one of these characters. But that person is confused. They're like, what the hell, there's 20 choices, which one do I go for? So for that person, I would say, where is she? Go for this. Just in case, just in case you got, you know, like, Castoria, it would make your life so much easy. Or if you here, there's still like a gambling factor here. There's 3 choices of getting the other characters and one fourth chance of getting Castoria. Or if you're scared about the fact that you might suddenly get a character that, you know, is not well worth it, I would say go for this banner. You cannot lose in this banner. There's no loss here. All 3 of them are amazing. So yeah, if you don't want to lose, go for this banner. If you want to take a gamble and you want to make your life easy, go for this banner, Castoria banner. That would be my advice to any player who is very new in this game. You know, so yeah. Right. But yeah, for me, like I said, this banner and this banner, I think I'm actually inching more towards this one. Because, like I said, I've always wanted Super Orion. This is a good opportunity to get him. And even if I don't get him, these 2 I'm okay with, you know. So, yeah. So, there you go. This one's also quite good, but, you know, I'd probably inch more to... You know what? I'll think about it. You know, I'm still, like thinking about this one or this one. I'm not able to make a decision. I'll think about it. But yeah, there you go. That is it. So yeah, goddamn, that's 1 hour video. There's a lot of banners here, so I knew this video would become long. Either way, and that is my whole breakdown on this GSSR. And if you have anything else to add, you can do so in the comment section if I missed anything to mention. But yeah, that's my whole opinion on this. Right, so that is it. Also, if you want to let me know in the comments which banner would you go for, and yeah, I'll read the comments and all that stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next FGO video. So until then, goodbye and have a nice day.